Welcome back to the clinic. We are back in Macclesfield at Fresh Laser and Aesthetics with the lovely Joe, and we are joined with a young man by the name of David. He's agreed to let us actually video him having one of his tattoos removed. So what has happened is that David has had tattoos done in the past and he's kind of outgrown them. But we're going to have a little chat with him and hear his story. And we're going to discuss with Joe what actually we're going to be doing. She's got a machine on, and that's the noise you can hear in the background. It is quite noisy, so I'm going to have to speak quite clearly and a little bit louder than normally. I try to remind myself to do that because I don't know how much the machine is interfering. So David, thank you so much for letting us film this. It's the first time to film a tattoo removal, and I think people are very curious about, you know, what happens. You go and get a tattoo, you think at the time you liked it, it's something that you wanted? Yeah.
Well, what it was, all mates was getting them, so I thought I'd join in and get them. Yeah. So, well, everyone was telling me this tattoo artist was good, so I went down to him, and then I didn't really look at any of his work, which was a bad idea.
So you didn't do your research?
No, I didn't do my research, and then, so I've walked in, and then I've had a little chat with him. And I've looked on the wall with all the pictures and I've seen this tattoo and I thought it was good at the time, but I regret it now.
And how old were you at the time?
It was 18.
So you were 18. Yeah. And how old are you now?
21.
So you, within that short time period,
it's
only a few years, isn't it?
Yeah.
You've outgrown it.
Yeah, that's it.
You matured and thought, it's not what I want to. And so that's how you feel about this one. And also is that how you're feeling about this one as well? Because I saw Joe early did a little tester here, skin tester.
Yeah, this one's the exact same. I've seen it on the internet, looked on Google, had a little look at it.
Right.
Again, I heard about the artist was good, so I went to him, didn't look at any of his work again.
Was this a different artist?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I believe I took someone's word on it, and then it's a lot to do.
Were you dissatisfied at the time that you had the tattoo? Did you look at it and go, oh no, that's not what I wanted?
Not really.
You were happy at the moment?
I was happy at the moment, yeah.
But then you outgrew it again?
That took about a month after, and that was it. I didn't like that one.
Right, okay. So, you've made inquiries and you found out about tattoo removal, is that right?
Yeah, yeah.
And you came to Joe and said, can you do this? Can you get rid of these?
Yeah.
So I can see that some work has already been done here.
Yep.
Can you talk us through the process of what you're going to be doing today and what you've already done, Joe?
Okay,
is that all right?
yeah. So David, if you want to just put your arm across your chest there, like that, and then Sam can see. So what David's got here is, in some areas, he's actually got several layers of ink going on, because you had quite a bit of cover up with, didn't you? So this is his third session today. So given that in areas there's 3 or 4 layers of black ink, this is coming out really, really well. So we're going to pass over the whole tattoo again today. Use slightly higher settings. The less ink that's in the skin, the higher the fluids and the kilojoules we need to put in with the laser and with the light in order to hit the ink and shatter the pigment. So, as I say, each session we have to perhaps be a little bit more aggressive. But David is having a really, really good result from this. Say 2 sessions, and it was very, very deep, wasn't it? And a lot of ink. When we come to work on David's other arms, only 1 layer of ink is going to get a much quicker result with a lot less downtime as well.
So that was really easier one to remove.
Definitely.
But because it's been layering, like 3 layers of ink, this is a harder job to do.
Absolutely. So
more sessions.
Yeah, we're getting the worst one out of the way first, aren't we? And then the next one's going to be a walk in the park.
Yeah.
Can you estimate how many sessions a person will need?
Yeah, it's easy. Once you get started on somebody, it's easy to know how the ink's responding. But especially with the tattoo, especially with a tattoo of this size, it really is a case of how long's a piece of string. As a rule of thumb, never make any promises to anybody. Never say this will go completely and it will be gone in 6 sessions, because we don't know. Nobody knows, and especially when there are several layers of ink there, it's really difficult to know how it's going to take until you actually start. Other factors to take into consideration are the downtime, where we've got some pinkness on the skin here. This is still
it's raised.
Yeah, from David's last session. We're going to avoid this area today because this needs to settle, and it can take actually up to a year or 18 months for that to calm down on the skin. And again, these are things that need to be taken into consideration, and it's all part of the aftercare, you know, and looking after skin after the tattoo, and the way that you treat the skin after you've had the removal, because it is, you know, very aggressive, and it's really important to look after the skin properly afterwards, and just to manage where we work after, between, you know, on sessions, and not to go over areas that are still slightly inflamed.
So what people need to be aware of if they want to have a tattoo removed is that it's going to be a very long process. It's not a quick fix. Yeah. It could be a year and a half, even longer.
When did you first come to me? So last summer, wasn't it? Yeah. Some people you can do a session 4 or 5 weeks apart, but particularly with a large area like this, you need to give somebody a good period of healing in between sessions. So the process can be 6 months to a year, even longer.
So we all have our protective goggles on, as you can see. Jo's just about to start, and she decided she's going to start on the dog. So take it away, Jo.
Okay, so if you want to breathe at any time, you just raise your hands and let me know.
Yeah.
Okay? I'm just working on the outline at the moment, which is the heaviest part of being really.
Is it quite simple?
Yeah. It's not nice.
Can you describe to Sam on a 1 to 10 how painful would you say it is?
10,
Yeah.
8.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah.
Would you want people to know that before they go and get a tattoo?
Yeah.
Be really sure about what they're getting.
Definitely.
Do the research first.
Yes.
Because some tattoos can come out beautiful.
Yeah.
They can be really beautiful pieces of art. But you need to be sure, don't you?
Yeah. Definitely, yeah.
Because this is not a process you really want to be going through.
You need to make sure you want something that you know you're not going to regret. I say something to do with your children or your family or something like that. That's what I reckon.
Yeah.
Recommend.
Something that you can live with.
Yeah. Not so much stupid like this anyway.
So I'm getting quite nosy now. I'm watching this little red dot. Is that the dot here is what's going over the tattoo line?
Yeah, so this is what's putting the light and the heat into the skin. Tiny little dot. So it's very like my little guide. And this is just where it helps us to be really precise with exactly where to go. Which on a tattoo like David's, there's a lot of detail. It's not a you know, like a lot tribal tattoo. There is a lot of detail and a lot of sketching, so
there's a lot of shading and so forth wasn't made to bring out the,
yeah, so it really helps us just to get exactly where we need to go without putting unnecessary trauma into the areas of David's skin where he hasn't got any.
You're being super brave, and you're fantastic to let us film this and to show people what really happens, and to give them that kind of information. If they're thinking about getting a tattoo, you need to know, do your research, make sure it's something that you probably will want for the rest of your life. I mean, you're probably 100% sure, can you?
No, definitely not.
Did you think you wanted this forever?
Yeah, I did. And I thought I was going to make it into a half a sleeve and finish it all off, and it would be great, but a few years down the line, I didn't like it at all. I know my mates started copying me doing the same thing as well, but I'm not too sure about them, whether they like theirs anymore.
Because our tastes change, don't they, as we get older, year to year, things that we like differ.
Yeah, definitely. I say it's when you get older, you realise what you want a bit more, and when you're young, you're a bit daft, and you don't realise you see something and you want it, so.
So you grew out of it, you matured out of it.
Yeah, I have, yeah, definitely.
Do you think that you would ever have another tattoo put on this area? Or would you just leave it tattoo free and get it back to nothing?
I probably will get it covered when I'm older, but I'm going to leave it for a very long while, so I know I'm going to get something I won't regret. It's me and my family or something like that.
Okay.
How do you need left here now on this side?
It is doing really well.
Yeah.
So you're putting aloe gel on.
So just really nice bit of aloe gel just to really cool the skin down.
Which is also good for burns and blisters.
It's great for burns and blisters. And David can buy some of this and he can, put it on this afternoon. As often as he wants really, just to keep the area cool.
And to keep the cool, because it will build up heat, won't it?
And as I say, along with drinking lots of water and taking paracetamol and keeping the area really, really cool and really clean. And I'm just going to finish off just by putting some dry dressings over the skin because he has got a little bit of pinprick bleeding and the skin is a little bit traumatised, just to keep it really, really clean. And David's going to take some of these home and is just going to keep the dressings on just until it starts to scab over, and then afterwards what you're going to expect to see is some scabbing and some flaking of the skin, and then as that heals, then over the next 5 to 6 weeks, 8 weeks, the ink is gradually going to look more and more faded. So what we've done is we've shattered the ink, we've shattered it into pigment, and David's actually absorbing that now.
Okay.
And he's going to eliminate that ink.
And it goes through his system.
Yes, it's good to drink, especially when you've had a big tattoo done.
Lots of water, flush it out.
And really, really flush it out. But as I say, the most important thing is to keep it clean.
So now he's properly dressed, covered up, safe to go out.
Absolutely.
You're going to go home and have your girlfriend give you some TLC?
Yeah, definitely.
It's been a bit of an ordeal, hasn't it?
Yeah.
So when do you think he's going to be back?
So we're going to probably see David again in about 6 weeks, 6 to 8 weeks time. Once the skin is now going to, in a couple of days time, hopefully David will be able to take the dressing off. And the skin is just going to go quite dry and quite scabby, and then flake off, and then he's going to see bits of the ink that have almost gone straight away, and the rest of it is going to fade over a 4 to 6 week period really, and he's absorbing that ink back into his body.
Which you mentioned earlier.
So
I didn't realise that was a process.
Yeah.
That's interesting because you said it earlier while you were still working on it.
That's right, yeah.
And I was like, wow, so that's absorbed in. And that's when you need to drink the fluids.
So drink the fluids.
Flush it through.
Yeah, and also because we put a lot of heat into the skin today as well. So really important
also,
to drink
it's like almost having a sunburn.
Yeah, it is.
You need to rehydrate and give your body that water it needs.
If you look at how we had quite a lot of redness here, and that's all starting to calm down now as well. So
I think that's the kind of rash I get when I'm upset.
It's just stress.
Just stressed. Yeah, it's a stress rash. I have that too. So
but once it's all healed over and the scabs have come off, it will gradually, week on week, hopefully David's going to see some nice fading of the ink. We'll have a look at him again in 6 weeks time and hopefully do another session.
Are you a bit excited about that? To have a look at it and see it finally start to disappear?
I can't wait. I thought this session would be the one that fades it a lot, actually.
I think it will.
Might be the big one.
Yeah, I think it is. I've been saying it to everyone. I think this one's going to be the one. I hope it is, really.
And in 4 sessions, that's not bad as well, considering how much ink there is there.
Yeah.
And it'd be interesting to see as well what happens on that little area that we just did there before as well. That might be gone.
I hope you don't mind if we could film that too. To see
definitely.
the transition it's gone through. Would you mind?
That's
Come back
fine.
and do that? When you've healed up and you can see it's gone down a lot and it's really faded.
How it's settled.
Yeah, Joe can give us a ring and we come and have a little session and see how you progress, because that'd be really good to see.
Yeah.
Well, I just want to say thank you again. You've been an absolute star, and Joe, as usual, you are fantastic to work with and very informative. And it has been a really interesting day. Learned lots, and I hope people are very, informed and mindful now about, going out and getting a tattoo and the consequences in the future. It may be a tattoo that you love for the rest of your life. It may be something you want, everyone to see, your grandchildren to one day say. It may have been just the perfect one, or it may not. And if not, you may end up down this road. So it's a little bit of information and food for thought. So thank you. In the next episode of the clinic, I think we're going to be moving on to some filler.